Hey, this is Philip. Today, touring Southern Ohio, looking for fall colors and also checking out the Coal Miners Memorial and seeing the Big Muskie Bucket, which is the remnant of the largest dragline excavator that was ever made in the entire world in Southern Ohio. Yeah, this thing's gigantic. They say you can fit 2 buses in it. 2 tour buses. Now they're probably talking about the older ones that were a bit smaller. That thing is huge. Here's the chain here. You're not supposed to get on the rocks, but I can almost reach this one. But yeah, it's massive. 6 inches thick in all directions. Yeah, that thing is enormous. So this is the Big Musky Bucket, the inside of the bucket. This thing is massive. They say you can fit 2 tour buses in it, and I think they just mean side to side, probably not the length. Well, not modern tour buses. The length-wise wouldn't fit, but side by side they'd definitely fit and have a little bit extra room. So the cables that they use for this thing to pull it up, the lines were 5 inches thick, 5 inches diameter, and they're still on here. If I can get a shot of it. So the bucket would hinge, and here's one of the pivoting pins in the side of it. Give you some idea of how big that is. And that's solid all the way around. And that would turn. Looks like they even had to patch it, maybe. But this is thick, even in the front. They have these big teeth on here. The weight of the bucket would push it down in the dirt and the rock. Here's where the chains would attach onto the front of the bucket. Thing is just massive, and the chain links are, the first one here is at least 8-10 inches, and the others 5 to 6 inches thick all the way around. Yeah, it's just massive. This would hinge. Can't move it at all. So the teeth on this thing are so thick, I can sit on them, but even then they're a little high. These teeth are always replaceable on a bucket. This one seems to have different components replaceable. The very front looks replaceable, as well as the back section of it. This one actually is cracked. Boy, that is thick. Oh, that thing, that goes way down in there. That's actually cracked. So that piece would have been coming off. Just imagine how much force something like this has when it drops it into the ground and just crushes its way down through. It's just the weight of it is what would drive it into the ground. Yeah, and these chains, like I say, they are thick, massive. You're not supposed to climb on the rocks, otherwise I would. But try to get a better shot here. Try to get a better shot of what these chains. Alright, so right beside it there's this area all about mining and things, just to get you an idea of how big the machine itself was. That's the machine they call the Big Musky, and the bucket, what we just saw in this photograph, is that tiny thing being dragged through. You saw how gigantic that is. So that's the machine itself, photograph of it. With the boom up, I think it was as tall as a 22 story building. It was the largest dragline excavator ever made in the world. Here's a few facts about it if you're interested in that. It was built in the 1960s and in use until 91, I believe. '69 till 91. We'll just continue down their little trail here, see what else they have. Looks like a plaque dedicated to the Miners Union. Dedication to the park. Looks like it was renamed at some point. They had a rededication at another time. A little bit about what they're trying to do with reclaiming the land. Not a very big park here, just a memorial space, basically. Kind of like a rest area. It looks like there's a picnic pavilion down at the end. That'd be nice. They have a big list of names of various people who maybe worked on this thing or what. Continuing down their trail. Yep, it is a picnic pavilion. Trail. I don't know why I said trail. It's a sidewalk. It's paved. It's concrete. So they have two picnic tables in here. Nice place to get out of the weather. There's even parking here. You could park on this side if you wanted to use that and drive right up here. You can see the whole park from this end. It's not that big. It's not that busy. When I first got here, there was a park ranger kind of sitting around checking things out, and then some other people showed up, and they're looking at different things, taking pictures, kind of trying to wait for them to get done so I can go over and get a little more footage. Very nice area. Looks like they've reclaimed this park at least pretty good. Well, that's the Miners Memorial on the Big Muskie Bucket. So, back to our fall colors drive.